Hey, traders, welcome to episode 803 of the show. You could be doing anything, but you're here. I appreciate it. And yes, the stock market is at all-time highs, propelled by a little bit, some of the FANG today, which really was Apple and Amazon, the big players. So 32.39 and overbought, man. I mean, this is the most overbought the S&P 500 has been since January of 2018. So it's quite significant where we are. So strong. The bearish divergence that was there, it played out, but then we pivoted and rallied again, and breaking the channel, whatever you want to call it, the major fib extension, like to where we'll get up and downs maybe. But eventually you would think that the stock market would hit 3,300, 3,312, which is that golden mean ratio from that major high to low, that nearly, I think it was like 20 to 23% retrace from the March of 2009 lows, meaning like the most shallow retrace, overwhelming demand. So it was used as a reversal area and you were gone. V-shaped recovery. Very nice, man. Bitcoin, what do you want, dude? There's not much volatility at all. It's in a correction still. Nothing's really changed. It'll move $100, $200, maybe $300 in a day, but it's just kind of crapping around. We're waiting for the next move. I mean, the next move we thought would be like an impulse up, but maybe we're working on creating another pattern. I don't know, man. It's like when you show bullish divergence like you did, and we haven't really gone anywhere, not much follow through price action, you kind of just got to be like, well, this is pretty weak. And when you get bullish divergence, you really want to blow up to the upside in some amount of time, even if it's on the daily. It takes a minute, but where is that? Here it is. It's good that I think you're safe on Bitcoin until you break below 6,800. If 6,800 really gets broken, you fall below that for any kind of extended amount of time, then you're going down to 6,150, 5,800 area, the red is dead zone, right? You fall below that, you could be in a lot of trouble to much lower price, going to much lower prices. But for now, I think that the divergence played out. But man, if that's it, that's terrible, right? So just going sideways, man. It looks like maybe, look, the dragon, you're still broken out of that, right? Right. I mean, that's still real. So you would expect or think that we would have a common retrace with targets up between 8189 and 8600. That's not crazy to think about, man. So just where's the demand? Where's the money? Well, the money's not in this market. It's in other markets. How about gold and silver? Yeah, Bitcoin wishes it was gold right now, or silver for that matter. They've been killing it. And dollar cost averaging into gold. We hit a 38% retrace, and what? You hit the beginning of the golden zone. And as discussed, accumulation was occurring, bull trend, breakout. Same with silver, but you get it, man. It's just like a huge impulse, the consolidation, and then you get to areas of value where a market participant might be like, okay, there's a 38% sale on gold. Well, because of the fundamentals, how everything's happening with the Fed, by January 14th of 2020, will have infused $800 billion US into the repo market in like a less than 6 month period. That's insane, man. So here's gold. So that's the fundamentals, and the technicals are good because you're making consecutive higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So look how close we are to 1525, the problem area, the struggle area, for good reason. 2011, 2012, back here, we hit that, kind of failed 3 times. It's kind of like a head and shoulders up here, and the correction continued, but now overwhelming demand, I guess, on gold. It's very good. So wow, man, precious metals, Stock market, everything's partying, but the crypto. What's up, Boogers guy? Is the dragon dead? No, absolutely not. It's barely even moved since the breakout. But it's just like, when's the follow-through price action going to happen? How many days or weeks have to go by before we get follow-through price action off that bullish divergence on the daily? What's up, Freddie? Corax? Yeah, Luck and Coffee. You know, it's like...
Merry Christmas, man.
Jeffy, man! Wait, it's not working. Dude, hype in the chat for Jeffy, man. Luther, man!
How to buy your gold? Physical or own on paper?
Well, yeah, paper. So, you know, someone in my family asked me that, and though I own mainly most of my gold on paper, right? Like through the GLD, the ETF, the managed ETF, which is like pretty much the way most Americans invest in golds. When you own paper golds, Luta, and you own physical gold, it is another way to further diversify, right? Having both is better than just one. So, you know, Logan, what the heck, man? Hold on. Logan ended up getting me a 14 karat gold necklace I'm actually wearing right now. I never wore jewelry before, but I have it on. You can't see it, and you'll never see it. I don't wear it out, but he's like, why not just wear what you invest in already? And I'm like, you know what? Fine. Whatever, dude. Thanks for the gift. It was wonderful. Very, it's like, what'd you say? It's like considerate, a quite considerate gift. So, you know, I know my parents own a lot of physical gold, but they also, I finally got my dad to get a little bit of paper gold. Just, I mean, dude, the fundamentals and the technicals line up pretty well, dude. Luta, man, I see what you said earlier. I took away the wrench because you asked. I don't want to, but if you were serious, say, man, thy will be done. I'll do what you want, man. Paper gold is S gold, GT, MK, IV. I don't think so, man. That's not true at all. I think having both is good. Better than one. I mean, you know, like, do you have a gold guy, like a physical gold guy? Do you have like someone who does the prospecting for you on your gold and valuation? I mean, it's just not liquid, right? You want to have liquidity. So if you have physical gold, it's not liquid really. You have to like go through a step of processes before you can get the cash. And in that time of the process, the market price could change considerably. But with, you know, GLD, it's more liquid. So I don't know, man. It just depends on your prerogative. So thank y'all. Holy crap, back-to-back attacks. You know, from Jeffy and then Luta right after. Man, I was thinking about wheel spin since it's Thursday. And I've recovered. I didn't drink anything yesterday on Christmas. I was just like, all day. I think I even owe a chug or something. Does anyone even know anymore? Sergio, Apple's not gonna... Hey, if the macro keeps going... you know, Probes asked me about it today in a text, and it was like, are you taking a short? We're here. We made it. It's like we're already above it. To be technical, chat. Look, I mean, this is a literal 1618 pinpoint. That was at literally 287. Now we're at 289.91. I mean, there is a chance we might see 300. Well, yeah, but look at gap fill. You'd think in time that Apple would reverse and we'd come down here to 275, right, to fill that. I mean, there's gaps down, all kinds of gaps. Gap down to 259. So at least we have targets for when this thing does decide to reverse. But you got to understand, this is absolute insanity, and we've just finally hit it for the first time today. So let's wait. Let's see what the follow-through price action in the next few days is going to bring us. Very wild, and a big development on something we've had, this butterfly. How long have we had it plotted, chat? I mean, it's been since August, or maybe even earlier than August, dude. Here we are, going into 2020, and we finally made it, man. Almost no breaks. Gotta admire it though. I mean, you know, so the thing is, with these puts or these shorts that you would take, remember, they're normally in these kind of market conditions, they're normally just used as a hedge where you think that, okay, it might sell off there. So you just, you buy your put or you take your short just for minor retraces. And at the same time, you're also long on Apple. You had been long on Apple, right? Or the overall market. And when you buy that put or take that short, you're just hedging against potential reversal, because we are at the big one, dude. The big one. And divergence is there, but it's like we aren't pivoting. I mean, you just keep going up. You hit 300, you won't even have bearish divergence on the RSI. Should be time, man. I mean, this is the area where we should see at least a minor, shallow retrace to the downside, right? Big ups to the butterfly, man. Yeah, totally. You 4 chugs, dude? Nah, I did 3, I think, on Christmas Eve, right? Silver to gold rate. Oh yeah, I remember looking at that chart. No one really asked about it. I don't look at it much, but I remember it was crazy. Yeah, because it was like gold had already run, and then silver was running kind of lagging behind gold, if I remember correctly. And it was like this summer we were looking at it. Is it XAU to XAG? Gold to silver, right? Oh yeah, just an idea. Call me crazy, right? Yeah, those are the. And then what do we always say after that? Blessed one be. It's like, it may seem crazy now, but here we are. Fast forward to the future, man. Is this the one you're talking about? It has to be. I have it charted. Hey, look at this, man. I haven't looked at it in months. And it's just hitting that potential demand line, right? Right there, man. Right there. So, whatever. This is just like gold to silver. Gold pumped. Silver also pumped. So look at XAG, which is silver. What happened, man? We broke the down sloping resistance. We had beautiful textbook clear as day bullish divergence on both oscillators. Oh, look where we are, man. The uptrend that could be new is continuing. $17.90. Beautiful. Breaking above overhead resistances. It's very good. There's a lot of them, though, man. I mean, there's just all the way up, man. It's like 1823 could be a reversal area. 1860, 1850. But, look, and then right there is like, that's the big one, I think, 1860. That's an uber resistance. Okay, that's where we closed and reversed initially, right? That's where the correction started. The correction started in early September, but now it looks like the correction might be over, and silver could be set to continue rising. You'll get ups and downs, but you're uptrending, man. April, March of this year, we did an analysis on silver on the weekly. Potential double bottom, like just a monster-sized potential double bottom. The neckline's at $21.20. Can you even believe that right now? It was the same thing. It was just we were down here or something, What was it, April? Yeah, it was like right here, $15 or so. Like much higher prices if this plays out. Oh, I think we're looking at log too. Log scale, yeah, breakout. Accumulation, slightly higher low double bottom. And more accumulation. Let's go. Like flagging, running now. What happened, Captain Happy? I don't understand what you mean, dude. Oh, yeah, no, but like crazy's one thing. Crazy's like, oh, an idea based on technical analysis and mathematics of Fibonacci versus a crazy idea is like someone saying, oh, Bitcoin 200,000 2020. Like that's like kind of literally crazy. I mean, you know, you say it sounds crazy now, and here's my argument why it could happen based on technical analysis, right? There's crazy, I guess the word is very relative to what spectrum you're looking at. Okay, so crazy is just like, whoa, 1618, man. Can also sell calls. You think you're talking about Apple? Yep. Yeah, Rite Aid, man. Like, really? Dude, Rite Aid's up again, like for the 4th, 5th day in a row. 19%. Look at this, dude. Oh, this is a look at the weekly. Look where you went. It's like a 95% retrace. Okay, I mean, what's that again, chat? What do we call when you get to like the 88, 90%, 99% retrace? What are those called again? Value areas or something, dude? Yeah. So yeah, we had the inverse head and shoulders plotted out. It had a false breakout and then dumped again. It's like, oh, maybe it just failed. It's screwed now. But then a news catalyst occurred and prevented it from going lower than the previous low, and just boom, it had stopped. What is that right there? So yeah, you're now above a critical resistance support level from 2010, historical 2011. Now we're at the next one, 2012. There it is, man. Just end of the day, right there. And that's like overhead resistance too. So after this, if you ever broke 20 bucks, you'd go to $27 probably. Probably pretty fast. There's not really any resistance in between 20 and 25 to $27. So beautiful, man. I think obviously if we drew a channel here, you'd know we'd broken out there too. Measure move clearly hit. Okay, so you know, you'd be like 1 and 2. Like there it is, man. All right, just gapped up out. Beautiful downtrend. So right, the structure's broken. You're running up, and what are you doing? You're now at kind of your first overhead resistance. That's for real, man. Like, you can say that, okay, that's overhead resistance. That's actually still the neckline of the pattern where you just gapped up. Okay, so here it is. This is the first one. The second one, 27 bucks. The third one's like $42. You know, you can see it 50 bucks, 55, 84, right? In the big major overhead resistance, 177 up here. You see it, each one, it's going to play a role. It's a potential reversal area. But if you can break those and hold above them long enough and run again, you will be reversing your trend, your overall trend. Okay? Fantastical, man. BC, so I'm not getting like messages from the place, and for every package I've gotten an email from them. So BC, I'll just go there tomorrow and just ask and be like, someone has been telling me that they sent me something, but I'm not getting notified from y'all. So, dude, this thing's up 6.57% after hours to $20.45. So Jordan, yeah, we looked at the, oh, you want to look at the spider? Sure, the ETF of the SPX, fine. Ascending triangle connect. Clearly. It's beautiful, man. Accumulation with a sell wall. Even back tested, right? We even back tested a couple times, kind of filled a gap a little bit, and then you were gone. So now where are we? You're going to have to use the old Fibonacci. I mean, a 2618 is at 337.77. Will that line up, though, with the major 1618? I think it could. High to low? It does. That is it. Wait a second. What's going on here? So the SPX is above its 14. So from this high to low, we are at the 1414. Okay. If you were to break above 323, the next target would be 337, because that is a major 1618 fib extension, and from your previous just high to low of the structure you broke out of, that is a 2618. So, right, you know, this is a potential reversal area based on major Fibonacci. where we are now. We just hit it. We kind of closed the day at it. And again, after that, it's much higher prices. But again, we might reverse here. You're just extremely overbought, man. 2 years since we've been this overbought. Yes, there's daily bullish divergence on XRP, but guess what, Sam? If like the market is illiquid and people are trading this market and they don't give a crap about crypto, well, even with all the divergence of the world, nothing's gonna happen, right? It's just too bearish, whatever. No demand. Good luck on divergence. I mean, I know that. We've looked at XRP. We know it looks primed to pop to the upside. I mean, you know that. Here it is. And I think those were off because I was in log scale right there, the Fibonacci. So, but if you looked at it in log, wow. So here it is, man. It's like you get a falling wedge with bullish divergence on the MACD, and if we sell off again and come down to 18 cents or even a little bit lower, there's always a chance we could be getting some triple MACD bullish divergence, and we could end up getting tail end RSI divergence, which, funny enough, it's kind of the way MoneyGram looked today. Tell something about how you can see people don't really understand all the details to make the live stream enjoyable for the people here looking what you do. Are you talking about making live streaming work? Or your sentence is kind of, can someone try to decipher what Captain Happy's saying? I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, or the wording's a little, I might answer the question and completely missed the ball on interpreting what you meant. Okay. Oh man, we could just do a true live. I'm a live streamer. We could just make one of those, like I did in high school. No kappas. So this means, right? If you have a falling wedge and you have divergence on the MACD, and eventually you might have divergence on the RSI. I mean, we come down here again, maybe double bottom, then break to the upside, or it's just time now. I mean, you are literally at the supply line. This is the potential supply line where there are sell orders. Well, I mean, you're like, it's just a bunch of things that I look for, with the stream deck. Like, there's not even stuff, I can't even find things online for what I do. Like, hey man, how do you do all these things with the stream? I just have to play with it. And then, it's just like these different programs like Stream Deck and Elgato, and then Stream Elements, and then creating different overlays within one overlay, if that makes sense, for one scene in your OBS, your online broadcasting system, or whatever it's called. There's just a bunch of different moving parts. There's just like, I don't know, man. Loot's on what, dude? Alright, so can't say that the analysis is like wrong, but it all depends on if there's going to be demand on this asset in the end. If it's just too overwhelmingly bearish and this is exit scamming or whatever the crap, I mean, like, just dump again. But you got to think that this might play out at least a little bit. Yeah, I try to just put in a nutshell. Trying to master multiple programs like OBS and Stream Elements. Streamlabs is also in there too. And then implementing different like variables in the Stream Deck, like the lighting, and then paying graphics people to do this stuff. It's just like, there's just like, I don't even understand, if you're like a serious streamer that like you put your heart and your soul into streaming, I don't know how you can really, produce actual, good static videos too. you'll just start becoming like the jack of all trades, the master of none. And I want to be the master of streaming. And like, so static videos are just always on the back burner because it's just like, they're always going to be like, you could call them low effort if you want, but it's like, I don't have time to edit these videos. I mean, I use my Stream Deck to do the intro and the outro, to start the stream or start the video, to unmute my mic, all that stuff. So okay, so let's go to Litecoin, I guess. Sandy was asking. Whatever. We didn't even look at it. I mean, there's actually just too much stuff going on in the stock market to even really care about crypto. I mean, like, yeah, we look at it, but it's like, really? Who cares about Litecoin? I mean, it's still holding on to that 39.50 area, which is extremely important. Like, you don't want to fall below that. We sprung with a tweezer bottom. Okay, our tweezer bottom bullish engulfing candle has manifested into about nothing. So this is what we consider, if you sprung, you spring to the upside. We're back testing the spring still, but with us back testing the spring, it's not very strong. It's just like we're just hugging it now. We're not even like, when you back test the spring, it's like you blow to the upside, you blow up, right? You go, right? Buy orders. It's like a confirmation to the market. You're back above a critical support. So go. Oh wait, it can't, because this market's like, duh. Everything's just, I don't know, man. Everything's on Bitcoin, and sometimes it's not. It's like there's just no consistency to sometimes when these things move, but most of the time it's just about when Bitcoin moves. I don't know, man. Just, you see SU that broke out of an ascending triangle today on the stock market. I mean, dude, Amazon. Come on, this static video, no one watched it. Like 500 people watched it. It's just like, you know, it's like, all right, you want to see the exact same chart but a different asset? It's called Ethereum. It's supposed to be, you know, one of the darlings of the crypto industry. It's not. Oh, we're coming out with Ethereum 2.0 now. What is it? What they're gonna do? Ethereum something else? I'll let this cut off. Oh, yeah, thanks, dude. Sorry, that's something I haven't developed muscle memory on yet. Let me fix that real quick, dude. Thank you for reminding me. That's good. One moment.
Hey, Mitch, I got ACB today. What you think?
Aurora Cannabis? I don't know. We'll look at it. Thank you, Adrian A, for the 420. Is that a joint space joint contribution? Oh man, Tesla, right? What was I just doing? Oh yeah, getting the ticker. Un momento. I gotta color this source. Why would it be so difficult to find? I might have deleted it maybe accidentally. Oh no. Wow. That's not good, but I have to have that fixed, so you just have to deal with me for a second. How did that happen, man? I think it was like I had the source and it was just like not. Let me do something. Just a moment. Okay, so I'm gonna have to just redo this real quick. This is so stupid. Or let me go to my full screen real quick, and maybe I have it on that one. It's just turned off.
Merry Christmas.
T7, man. Or deflector shields. Oh my god, man. Thank you, Rimlock. Holy crap. You say jackpot connect? Hold on, let me. It ain't easy, man. Let me see what I can do here. Thank you, dude. Ticker? Where's ticker enlarge? Ooh, is that it? Okay, copy that. Now let's go back. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Why is it there now? Why is it showing up randomly now? Oh my god. Sorry, man. I don't even tell you. It's like, welcome to streaming, where everything's crazy like that. Oh my god, it's awful, dude. Why was it in this log? That's why. I don't know, man. We were looking at it. We didn't think it was good, right? We thought there's a gap fill. Yeah, you hit the gap fill. I remember that 236, and it's just continued to dump. Dude, like you can never reverse. Like you hit the top, you hit the supply line, and when you hit that supply line, it was all over. You dumped again. So we were just saying, like, if this was the bottom, look, you hit the 236, meaning there was absolutely no demand on this asset, right? You hit that 236. And then dump, that's real weak, terrible stuff, man. And now it's like, kind of like broke out of the channel. The angle of descent is so bad, you fell out of the structure that you were in, I guess, so. What do you even do now? It's like, let's take a look though. You know, is this finally, that demand line, once you broke it, you even back tested it as a resistance before you went. Look, you gave confirmation to the market that you were screwed. You gave confirmation to the market that that demand line is done. We're done with this. So time to get wrecked. Okay. I mean, is there a wedge? No, it looks just more like a channel. Fibonacci, I don't think there's any point. I think we're below an 88% retrace. Yeah, dude, like, are you kidding? Yeah, look, you're like a 95% retrace. Look, there was even divergence here before it blasted. Look, you know, you got it. But in a bear market, in a correction, in a downtrend, your divergence, this might happen on Bitcoin, your divergence, you broke the upside, you bullishly engulfed, but nothing's happened so far. We've had no more follow-through price action on Bitcoin off that divergence. So what can we do? We just... anchor points or something? Something like that? It's just awful. So, bullish divergence could be developing on the MACD clearly. Look, a slightly lower low, and it could be going on the RSI too. You pivot here, you look for a Japanese candlestick, a bullish Japanese candlestick if you want to try to play divergence. All right, you don't want to just... It's diverging. It looks like it's diverging right now, but you have no signal from the market, like a bullish hammer, a bullish engulfing candle, a bullish Marabazu, a bullish Harami, a morning star, an abandoned baby. You don't have any of that yet. But it's good that you're having, you know, receding volume, lower levels of negative momentum, and maybe higher levels of relative strength if the selling starts pausing. But yeah, you definitely at some value areas, man. Deep retraces. We're back to June of 2017 levels. This is like the crypto market, man. Wow, can't believe someone's saying get in crypto or get wrecked. Wow, that is so irresponsible to say that. Like, really, dude? Crypto's gonna save everybody? Is that the way it's gonna be, man? No, that's the dream being manufactured, you know, that's been manufactured for the past couple of years. Now, Bitcoin has changed people's lives since it was created. But man, the ICO boom coins are not the promised land, man. That is not. Sia Coin and Verge and Tron are not going to save anybody, okay? Ever. Yeah, dude, it's like crypto's going to get wrecked too, the stock market, when the stock market decides to end its bullish cycle that's been going on almost 11 years. It will get wrecked, gold will get wrecked, silver will get wrecked, for real, because that's what happens, man. People, like, want to go cash. right? The world reserve currency. Let's go cash. Let's go to US dollar. The only thing that gold did, silver did, was they had a 5-month head start on the stock market in the recovery of that global financial crisis. That's all it was. And then in 2011, 2012, it dumped. So crypto will save people from fiat. Gold will too, man. But what's wrong with being diversified? You know, having some Bitcoin, having some gold, having some silver, having some platinum, having some equities, right? Owning individual assets, reinvesting the dividends, having ETFs that have to pay a dividend, right? Energy, different sectors, physical
Overstock,
goals.
look and oversold. Daily, weekly analysis. Clinking PBR mugs.
What? Rush pads, man? Clinking PBR mugs? Thank you, dude, for the 20. Hi, dude. Dude, look at this. We got Tesla with the marijuana, the VeChain, the Litecoin, the Binance coin, and the Neo coin. Talk about diversification, right? Call the jar of that right now. That's awesome, dude. Overstock. It's been a minute, man. Sorry. Didn't have something set up. So negative? What? Negative by saying diversify your portfolio? That's just, you now sound like a troll. Like, you can't call me negative for wanting to protect people from making bad decisions, right? That's wild, man. Negative or skeptical of a market that has scammed thousands of people already. And it's only been around for, 10 years. Yeah, dude. The fact that I don't want people to lose their money and be overweight in a crypto market that has like $200 billion in it when the stock market has like close to $30 trillion collectively, Forex market, $2 to $5 trillion traded per day. I mean, you're talking like a pee-wee baseball team for 5-year-olds. Like that's kind of what the market is right now.
We don't need that scum.
Versus like the major league, dude. It's just, we are in a very infantile part of this market. You got to understand that. That's right, OSTK. Oh my god, dude. Alright, we're getting very close to the 2012 levels on Overstock. Yeah, OSTK. And we can turn off the space if you want. Alright, boom bust. Here we are, man. I think is that all-time low? Yeah, this is not just 2012, but also 2002. This is all-time lows. We are approaching an all-time low level of 463, 491, right? It actually went a little bit lower right there. And if we want to really, right there, 442 is all-time lows. Maybe just a smidge lower with that wick, 440. So if you want to dumpster dive, you could wait, but look, there is another support level we're holding on to right now, back from 2009. Clearly, we're, I think, we're the way that high went, there's no way we're an 88. We're definitely below the 886 now. So you're in like the 95% retrace level. Yeah, it does look like it's super bearish right now. But is that a wedge, man? You said the weekly? Make sure I read that right. Weekly, daily, weekly, daily. Okay, it's like impulse down, gap fill up at like 942, but maybe wedging. I don't know, man. Definitely looks like bullish consolidation, doesn't it? Seller exhaustion. Yeah, it's a pretty little wedge. But what if the wedge breaks out bearishly? Very well could do that. And you're just looking down here, all-time lows, down 2.9% when the stock market made all-time highs. You know how weak that is. That's pathetic, dude. So yes, there's divergence, right? But you know how pathetic it is. Look how you have positive momentum on lower prices. Oh God. I wouldn't. I know it. Like maybe you just set up an alert at $4.91 or $5. I wouldn't be messing with this. Like even look at there's bearish convergence on the MACD on the weekly, and yeah, maybe divergence on the RSI. But look, you're not even oversold yet. Oversold, bounced, big bounce, near oversold. Let's see, you were oversold here. And it's like every time we've hit these levels, we've never sold. So just, if you're looking at something, just wait for maybe it to be oversold because it's not really ever bouncing when it's at like 37. That's like bearish, dude. Many more things out there than overstock, okay? Rush Pabs, man. Thank you for the clinking beer mugs. Beautiful little pattern, but dude, there's like no divergence at all. Oh boy. Kevin, have you diversified his portfolio by having money in food, alcohol, and furniture and computer stuff? Alcohol supply is getting lower. Well, you better go out and get more, man, if that is your prerogative. Oh god, Dr. Pepper's my new sponsor, man. So it's reading some chat. Yeah, hope y'all are having a good Thursday, man. Just hanging out, looking at charts. I mean, we haven't even looked at Amazon today. Okay, you got overstock, but stock market at all-time highs, and this is at you know, the lowest low it's seen, overstock seen since 2012. It's big polarity shift when we're talking about the macro now. How do you, if you're worth a crap, how do you do this in such a strong macro? It's bewildering, right? Okay. So yeah, let's just go to Amazon real quick, since, you know, I know most of you didn't see the video and probably never will. But yeah, record numbers, record holiday numbers for Amazon. Like 5 million people, new people, like joined Amazon in December or whatever for the shopping, and it's almost like a bullish Mara bazoo.
Drink with me. It's Thursday.
Drink with you? I mean, it is Thursday. Why is this not switching back? Sorry, I spoke too soon. My bad. Yeah, I can get a beer. Whatever, man. Yeah, hold on. I'll be right back. Thanks. Also, thank you, of course.
Bounty hunters. We don't need that scum.
All right, be right back. Nah, Freddie, man. I think this year is completely different than last year. I mean, last year, you know, yes, today was the beginning of when the stock market went crazy, right? This was it. This is actually the anniversary, so we'll play Jesus Chimes right now for that. I mean, why not? December 26th, 2018, where the stock market went from total loss to total boss. Beautiful. Good reminder, though, Freddie dudes. Yeah, it's very true. So this year it's different, though. I mean, last year was, it's like emotionalism, like that V-shaped recovery, and now it's like, and I think it was like people taking profit. I think we had tons of there was so much retail euphoria in October leading up to that dump, man. But it's just completely different reasons. So we've had like 3 different fundamental reasons, I think, right? It was like the jobs numbers that were kind of inflated with GM, the strike ending, 226,000 jobs created in November. The economic data is what you call it. 3.5% unemployment, and the phase 1 trade deal. All 3 like just doing this kind of around the same time, right
Is it
around.
just drinking, or can I smoke too?
Wait. Go. Smoke troll. I gotta talk to the powers that be. Hold on. Let me talk to him, dude. Dude, I gotta get some droid noises, dude. Yeah, the droid said you can smoke, troll, Mr. Troll. So here, cheers. I bet I can drink more than you can smoke, though. Okay, before one of us falls over. Thanks, dude. Sorry, what the heck? So it was also like technical with the breakout, right? We like, I don't know, since the pinnacle in 2018 of that momentous run, the market expansion, we'd only been like making 2% all-time highs before correcting majorly again. Now it's like we're well beyond that now. It's like kind of broke the sequence of scrubby all-time highs, then dump, correct. Now we're really going, and I think there's still a lot of money that is on the sidelines, but I think after the breakout we had recently on the S&P, that money's starting to flow back into the market. But to the 8s, true that. Oh, yep, let's just go. It's a Bitcoin. You get sound check too. It's like gotta make sure, man. I mean, I know Coinbase, but so you look at it like this, or you can look at it like another way to look at it, right, where it's like a wedge. Lots of downside potential still, right, to even staying inside the pattern. But you'd think with the divergence, the next move would have been up, but now the longer you just crap around and you don't continue on, then maybe there's no demand, and that means the longer you just sit there, you might just dump again. But as long as you stay above 6,800, I think you're okay, right? Making a higher low than the 6,500, 6,400 area, very important. Want to see the Momo shift. It'd be great to see a little bit more chop going sideways, and then we come down to test 6,800, and then we bounce, making a higher low, and then we could say, yes, momentum shift, higher low accumulation, and then we break to the upsides. Be nice. For good reason, Freddy. For real good reason. Hard to trust any crypto except maybe Bitcoin. I mean, like, dude, come on. It's hard to argue with that. Everything's just, it's speculative, man. Even Bitcoin in itself is pretty speculative. But it's great to trade in a bull market when the bull trend has begun and we're making higher highs and higher lows consecutively. Yeah, it's great, but when it's not, I mean, volatility dies, it just kind of goes sideways for like a month, 2 months at a time. But we're just waiting for the volatility to return to this market. There hasn't been a lot of it. I mean, yeah, 43% gains in a day, and then it gave it all away to make lower lows. And now it's like a low, a slightly lower low. Now it's like the difference. It's like shortening. Is it the shortening of the thrust here? Or is it just going to dump again? Again, like you're saying, if this is a common asset on traditional market, common retrace levels, you hit it See, did we hit it the first time on the old one? Yeah, I mean, you hit the common retrace level and reversed, but then when you sold off again, you kind of double bottomed, made a lower low, and now you should run again and at least hit 7,800, which we almost did. But if we're talking about targets for the Dragon, 382 is just not going to do it for you on reward to risk. You got to, I mean, 8,200 to 8,600, and that's conservative Fibonacci. Really conservative. I'm not positive on crypto. It's not really, I'm not positive on crypto. It's just more like, you just saw Amazon. Anytime we looked at Amazon before today was the same analysis. Oh my God, it looks like it's setting up for higher prices. Could be a good year for Amazon 2020, right? Look at this. You know, it's been correcting. It hit all-time, it's not even at all-time highs yet. Like, there might be value here. And look what it's done, right? On record numbers of sales and new users in the holiday season. The fundamentals converged with the technicals. It was beautiful. It's a work of art. But you come to this market, and it's like there's absolutely no fundamentals. Your fundamentals on this market are, you know, news events. And there haven't been many of those lately. Normally all they are is China banned something again today. Is there any, oh, there's new development on, you know, one of these blockchains. That's still just not good enough to back up a sustained long-term uptrend. Don't get mad at me. I mean, like, I wish there were more people that, you know, a lot of people think these markets are like sports teams where, oh, all in stock market. Well, you can't like crypto. It's like, this is just another chart. Bitcoin is just another asset. Though I do believe in it fundamentally, and I'm saying I think it was a beautiful invention, revolutionary invention, and it is the evolution of money in time. But so far, no one in the first world has adopted this stuff. Not really. It's kind of just like novelty. And third worlds, it's helping people, but that's clearly not enough. But, you know, with all that being said, Bitcoin 1 year ago, we're still like double the price we were a year ago about, right? That's good. I think that's really good, because if you look at the altcoins, they've given all their gains back. Almost every Satoshi or penny has been given back, and they're back to the same levels, around the same levels they were last year, where Bitcoin's only retraced like 65%. I think that's good. So I think you have the impulse. It's almost just like A, B, and then you're looking for C.
You could pick only one thing to hold, nothing more, for 10 years, what would it be? BTC, weed, gold, the US dollar, tech, just one thing for a decade?
Dang, dude, that's tough. That's not an easy question. I mean, that's like the antithesis of being smart, right? Just owning one thing. If I could only own one thing, probably gold right now. Probably, if you're telling me, like, I mean, I have to, and maybe not, you don't want to buy, you don't want to just have cash. Cash is going to continuously depreciate. Gold, but then you're like tech stocks, and it's like, dude, that's like saying, what's your favorite indicator as a trader or analyst? You can't have just one, because they're useless, one, but when they are many, when they are together, they are strong, right? The same thing with your portfolio. Your portfolio is very weak when you're exposed too much to one particular market, but when it's fully diversified, it is strong, right? Because like if one market, you know, it's like the more diversified you are, the harder it is for it to fail, really. So it's, how about an ETF of, I don't know, man, 10 years? You probably just want to do the VTI. 10 years, maybe, right? Maybe just the VTI, because it's the total stock market, right? It's like all of it. What's the world market? I can't remember. The Vanguard World Market. I don't know if I want that, though, with everything, you know, these other countries doing negative interest rates. Just the VT is that, but no, just maybe VTI. If I had a gun pointed at my head and said you can only invest or can only have money in one asset, you know. But the question is, can I have, like, you know, cash too, because I got to live my life? Yeah, land's also a good idea too, land, but yeah, that's Maybe land. Dude, it's like you can make an argument for many different things, right? There's no right answer. There's literally no right answer for what one thing would you own, because that's just not how it should work. That's not how it works. You have to be diversified. Yeah, but again, if it's like you can only own one asset, it means like, okay, well, if I own land, it's not a liquid asset, so I can't really do anything with it. I can't like go buy food and water with land. Well, Jay, we'll be covering it till then. How about that? Is that fair? Context like cutting me, man. Luta, does that you know, work? Okay, man, Bitcoin just scrubbing around, just doing nothing. Volume receding again, I guess. Stay above 6,800 or you're screwed, probably, right? Pretty much on Bitcoin. 6,800 is the breaking point, because like you had a 6,500, 6,600 lowest low. So I'm just making any kind of high or low at this point, and preferably if it's proportionate in time from the left shoulder to head, maybe this head to right shoulder, that you get that symmetrical look, and it could just look like a textbook inverse head and shoulders like we've seen before. We have seen a beautiful, I mean, we go back to summer of 2018, it was ungodly, man. It was beautiful. Right here. Let me just go to another Bitfinex or something. Okay. Right here, dude. Right where you make a low, the lowest low. Look what happened, right? You had all this divergence going on, bullish engulfing candle, right? But then we kept going, right, for a while, and made like a perfect neckline, and then we dumped one more time to match the previous level, right? And then that was the Momo shift, the inverse head and shoulders. And look what happened. Huge move up, measured move clearly hit, broadening top, measured move hit, no higher. That was it, right? So, you know, it takes time. Look at it's proportionate in time from the left shoulder to the head to the right shoulder. That's what gives it symmetry, and the more symmetry you have, I think, the higher the chance people around the world will be able to identify that pattern. Therefore, it might have the higher chance of playing out. Okay. Dude. The song sucks too. Can we please not play this song? Thank you. Oh my god, man. Target for golds. Well, yeah, I mean, I think the target on gold is going to be our 52-week highs and that 2011-2012 resistance, okay, which is $15.25, just $15 away. That's the target in my opinion. But you do have some definite overhead resistance looking left, right? This is a critical spot. You're barely overbought on gold now. You just got there, like today. So you can see it's almost like X, A, B, C, D stuff, or we could reverse here, but there might be 4-hour bearish divergence. No, there's absolutely none. It's beautiful, man. Wow. But you're just, look how overbought. You're like nuclear. You're going nuclear on the RSI, the 4 84, 85. So, yeah, pullback could make sense in time, but yeah, you are now, this is a definite potential reversal area where we are now. Ethereum Classic doing big things. Matt, are you sure? Are you sure, man? Just need to go ahead and get LASIK while we're at it, dude. Okay, 15.25, pretty much where we are now. You can see the resistance. You're in it's like a resistance zone. You could do 15.15 and 15.25, $10 range. Okay, pull back a little bit, make a higher low, go again, break it, back test it, and then blow up to the upside, break above 15.50, and then if you break that, man, come on, feel good about it. I mean, there'll be a little bit of resistance at 1615. Yeah, 1640. But the major overhead resistance is not there. The major overhead resistance is up at like nearly $1,800 per ounce. Okay, and we could do Fibonacci too. Wow, I can't even. I have to go to the weekly. Can't get it all contained. Oh yeah, the measure move of the complex inverse head and shoulders pattern is up at like 1650. So you got that going for you, which is nice. But we're just using Fibonacci. High to low. 618 is 1582. Potential reversal area. That's the golden retrace. But the 786, 1728. But the 886 is where all that major overhead resistance is. 1815. Dude, why context? Why? I can't take this. Stop with the screaming. Yeah, holy cow, RSI. We good? We caught up? Oh, let's go to wheat though. Since you asked, right? Well, since you put it in there, it's like just a good thing to look at. It's beautiful, man. Like wheat is ready. It is time for wheat. It looks just like gold, man. It was in a correction, and now the accumulation phase. This is the composite operator's job. This is what he's doing. The guy who's back there, pulling all the cogs. Okay, he's accumulating, which you don't really know. It's not doing much, but here's that top of the range right here, 552. From the highest high to the lowest low of this cycle, we've hit a 38% retrace, and that's where we reversed. But when we did reverse, we ended up dumping, and our bottom was a higher low than the previous low before. Accumulation, man. So you break this 577 area where we are now. Your next target's going to be 643. That's a candle high close perfectly.
What are you going to do with all that gold? Swing it away like DuckTales does? Yeah, VTV. A queen all gold hedged index funds.
Yeah, dude, I'm just going to swim in it. VTV, there you go, man. All right, all in VTV capo. Well, we have to be all in with no capos because that was the scenario, right? Luto's like, you have to choose. You have to choose. Something like that. Scrooge McDuck. Thanks to the 59.58. Dude, you missed it. There was some crazy, on one asset I was looking at, there was a 59.58, like golden retrace or something. It was in yesterday or 2 days ago stream. Pretty amazing. Very rare. Yeah, we'll look at Ethereum Classic, but VTV, just why not, man? VTV is a all gold hedge fund index fund. Yeah, okay, it's Vanguard. Yeah. Oh, this is at all-time highs. Beautiful, man. Look here, listen. I mean, look at that. Blue sky breakout, baby. Oh man, it's just like this just looks like the S&P 500, doesn't it? Or the Dow Jones, one or the other. I think you're probably at a 1414. Maybe. Not quite. Okay. It's a little off. 1414 is 122.78. You just surpassed the 1272, 119.64. Man, look at that divergence though, Probst, on both oscillators now. So we might get a reversal. Dang, dude. Whew. The triple RSI, triple MACD, divergence, man. You could keep building, but it's already waning. You can see it waning, positive moment. So maybe we reverse here, and from the previous low to high, we get a common retrace. Maybe we come to back test 113.61, your previous all-time highs. That's what Nike did, right? Hey, this is almost like Nike. Nike was up here, though, but you had the triple MACD bearish divergence at the critical fib extension, and it came to back test before it ran to all-time highs, right? No, you look here, Bradley, man. Look here, listen. I'm sorry, man. It's just like my contact's like cutting my eye.
When
I
you
just
get
randomly
to
started.
give me your thoughts again. Want to fly overseas? Just want to confirm what I'm seeing.
Eem. Another ETF. Oh, well, you know, accumulation. And you're at a critical overhead resistance. Wow. Right there, dude. Inverse head and shoulders, man. Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, sure. It's already broken out though. So I see accumulation upon accumulation upon accumulation, and now the same sell wall that we hit in July 2018, that we hit in April 2019, that we're now hitting in December of 2019. Third time's a charm, maybe. I mean, is it almost just like this? I mean, there's clearly a demand line that you could draw right there. So think about it. If it's not mature enough, and if the sell, you know, you have the sell orders, right? Some institution or someone out there has a bunch of these orders. If you're showing what if you dump? There's so much downside potential. You could get a low risk, high reward opportunity way down here if it goes back. But it's now third time's a charm. It just looks like maybe a huge pattern developing. Think about it. If this was the wave, XA, B, C, the 886 will be your target for a short. This is where it could go. Not sure. Like you can see, right at a critical resistance, we have bearish divergence, but we're not overbought. You know, the scariest divergence is when you're overbought or oversold. Scariest meaning there's probably a greater chance it's going to play out, right? So if you're like this close to being overbought, I mean, you'd think that there wouldn't be much room to run. You might run up and then back test, but you know, until we break out, until we get some back test, maybe it's kind of higher risk, right? You got to break out, which we haven't done. And if you're not going to break out, you got to dump to make a higher low again to show more forms of accumulation, right? So I guess there's a couple different thoughts, right? Where even think about it, even on this C to D wave, it could dump again and rally and then break out. Okay, so kind of high risk until you do actually break this, you know, $45 area. Does that make sense? Measure move would make sense. It brings you near the all-time highs. Is it all-time highs? No, not all-time highs. Yes, all-time highs. Look up. Look at that. Okay, you break this. Such an incredible area. Look how strong it is, man, probes. It's like 1, 2, 3, almost 4, 5, and 6, and 7 times. 8 times. Right? You want to talk about, can we cue the critical area song? Because this is like the most critical area ever today that we've seen. This is the most critical one. So break that, could have a nice ride up to at least the 886, $48, $49. Ascending triangle, man. Yes, probes, man. But I mean, it's a big deal, dude. It's like no wonder, right? We've struggled all these times to break it. But if you do break it, it could be a nice ride up. Okay. Very good. Eam. It's not M. It's Eam. Fortnite Monopoly. Oh, dude. Sign me up, man. Eddie D, yes, I have knowledge. He's just taking it down because of the culling. He got like, I think, a strike or something, and he's just trying to chill out, let everything like cool off, and he's just gonna come back. I think he's spending time with family, and he's gonna come back, you know, January 1st or something. Dates, bro, daily closed. Yeah, but 20 minutes ago, and guess what, dude? 71.91 or whatever. Who cares, right? It's done nothing. Daily closed and nothing changed. Eddie, hopefully that helped, man. Yeah, I thought we had looked at it. We looked at it like as the... What are you talking about? I like went to Bitcoin after the daily closed and was just like, okay. Y'all are just debating me, or y'all gaslighting me. Making me seem like I didn't do this. I mean, we went to it, but we're just looking at the other chart of it. It hasn't moved anything. It's down $4.12. That's nothing. It's 6/100ths of a percent. Wow, great. Dude, this is not comfortable at all. Where's the eye troll when you need him, dude? Have I heard of Burst? Hey, Jay Quinn, if you tipped me $7.77, a Burst coin would fall in the jar. That's how much I've heard of Burst coin. Yes. But it's trash like the rest. Just throw it, melt it down with all the other S coins. After saying that. Oh yeah, the rejection, that was yesterday though, dude. That's old news. And that had already occurred before the stream even started, dude. And rejection went to the upside. It was like, oh, we were up at 74.36. Rejected this critical, historical overhead resistance again. Yes, that sucks, dude. Look where we are, man. You got a little support, 7,100. After that, back to 6,800. Okay, right. Should I just punch myself in the eye? Will that help? Does anyone know? You have a stagnant asset. And it's like, you can't be mad at me for wanting to look at stocks that are showing brimming amounts of opportunity, or that are already playing out because we looked at them many days ago, or weeks ago, or months ago. Oh yeah, Ethereum Classic. Yeah, I know, dude, but it's like whatever, man. Dude, it is not doing anything. Oh my god, it did do something. Sorry, yeah, well, there you go, man. It's not doing anything today, but it did have a good day yesterday. And look, man, Lutza, was it you? Who was it that said they were getting in on Ethereum Classic right around 360, 370, and I think it fell one more time, and then what did we get? Divergence Connect. Like the rest, like Bitcoin. This is the only one that's having follow through price action on its divergence though. That's what's pathetic. It's like, how is Ethereum Classic's divergence playing out, but none of the others' divergence are playing out? This hadn't even hit a 23% retrace. So if you're gonna make common retraces, 595 to 744. That's it. That's all there is to it, man. Beautiful downtrend breakout. After hitting what? After hitting a 100% retrace from your December of 2018 lows. It only took you 52 weeks to get there. So now hopefully we're starting it all over again. It won't, none of this will hold up if Bitcoin dumps. Okay, none of it. Freddie, it depends on what you consider a gap fill, right? Like, we have not had a candle low close gap fill at that 6,300 area. We had wicks though that hit it. We did fill the gap from the weekend, right? We have filled that gap. Whoa, Vladimir Martinez, man, if it's your first time watching, dude, you like the setup? Oh, you don't even know, man. Watch this, dude, okay? First off that, but we haven't gone to hyperdrive. Do you want to go to the Tesla system? See how they're doing, man? See, I hate that. I gotta... turn off the hyperdrive button. Okay. So we going, man. Let me turn that one on. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Turn on. There's no point. I guess we could have that up, maybe like this. It's not getting in the way right there. That's pretty cool, where it'll show the chart, and that's there too, and no harm, no foul. It's not like taking up any space. Okay, cool. So while we're doing this, why don't we haven't done this in a couple days or something, right? A few days. Silence the music, T7. Thank you. T7's my droid. I'm gonna just sit back and chill. This is for you, Vladimir, man. Thanks for coming in. Thanks, T7. So, yeah, dude. Just doing things, man. All right. We're at a hyperdrive now. So, the next step, chat. Hold on. What did Jeff say? AG finally break out of his range. Let me check, Jeffy, man. AG, First Majestic Silver Corporation. Well, this one, remember, has been in a downtrend, and there is still that downsloping resistance at the 2618, around $14 that we have not broken yet. But give me a moment, man. Okay. Sorry, this is for Jeffy, and we'll come back. I gotta get that set up too. Okay, sweet. So I just gotta get a hotkey for that, and we'll be good on this. So, you know, you're asking like AG, right? It was like you just got that momentum shift downtrend, but the good news is the high or low. Look at the momentum shifted, and now we're rallying again. You know, and this is because this is like following silver, which is XAG, which is what we follow more than this. Okay, and silver's chart looks a lot more, it just makes more sense than this one, man. This is just crazy how it's like that. You can almost just like look at this also like it's in an uptrend in a downtrend. Okay, maybe just leave this for the weekly so we have, you know, we understand what's happening. But, you know, in the shorter term, you know, you could either do an equidistant channel or a parallel channel, and you could probably just do 1 and 2. Oh, well, there, look here, listen, right? How it just lines up perfectly. The supply line and the demand line. And once you hit that demand line once more, oh, dude, it was so close, Jeffy, man, to a 3 white soldiers reversal. Dang. All right, so you think that, look, we've hit the heart line and pulled back some. We could use our Fibonacci here, high to low. Dude, you know what this one looks like? This is like the inverse head and shoulders, the complex inverse head and shoulders. I was showing it to patrons today. It's the one we've been following. Oh my God. I'll bring it up too. Where was it? Which one was it? Look at too many charts. So the ticker, you know. Un momento. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it just showed it. Oh, is it WPM, right? WPM. Yes, WPM. We'll look at it, Jeffy, to show you just how, look, you could see like the low, the lowest low, the slightly higher low, about the same low, then a higher low, higher, higher, higher. Is that a joint? So you hit the 1272 along with hitting the heart line of the upsloping channel. So these are potential reversal areas. You're not overbought though, but you know, you do know that I think silver and gold are overbought on the daily. So if they pull back, this is going to follow that. You would think this has a high sensitivity. to those assets, gold and silver, or this would be silver. But let me show you, dude. Let me show you real quick. You'll just be like, what? Yeah, dude, it's beautiful, man. There we go. Look, man. You know you've been watching the stream. You know, like, I mean, this is the chart back from December 5th. Okay, so it's like this. I'll get this hockey down one day, right? It was just like that. It went down one more time at another higher low. You know, spent like all month making higher lows, or like it spent like the rest of the time churning. But then once it broke that, you saw how fast it moved up, all the way up here. The measured move is like 30, you know, we'll get back to the. Sorry. Huh? Right, measure moves at $32, $31.95. So the one we were just looking at for UAG had hit the heart line. This has not hit the heart line yet. The overhead resistance here is like $31 or close to it. All right, crazy, man. Complex inverse head and shoulders. Been up on that. And why is it not just an ascending? It's also an ascending triangle, right? But they draw the same conclusion, man. Right? You can call it an inverse head and shoulders. You can call it an ascending triangle. They're all bullish, right? So the supply line of the channel is what is the trend line that we can see why it's an ascending triangle, or why it was too. But you also got to look at the consolidation, these lower lows, momentum shift, gives you better context. All right. What's up, Christos? What's up, Jack Brown? Jack Brown, not Brown. Have I escaped the YouTube purge? I have a clean conscience, man. I never have to worry about any of that stuff, dude. I've never, ever, you know, accepted the terms of a crypto project and set up an affiliate link. It's never done. It never happened, right? I've never made a dime from affiliate stuff. So, whatever, man. But now YouTube's saying it was a mistake. But it's like, well, what was the criteria of the mistake? But, you know, they said they were going to restore stuff. Nothing's been restored yet, I don't think. So, I don't know, man. I'm focusing on the charts. It's normally what I continue to do when drama happens. All right, great content, I guess. Kappa. Mitchellorian Disco Box. That's it, Freddy. This is music, man. No, dude. Thank you. No, thank you. Too emo, man. Hey, Peter Van Morgan, man. I mean, you would think, right, with gold being like the macro for the most part, or palladium. What's up, Israel? Welcome back, man. Are y'all sure it's not too loud? Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Muddy, Fun Star. iRobot? Oh my god. Let's go ask JP. Kevin. My sister and brother-in-law got an iRobot this Christmas. Oh, it's looking good. On the way up. I mean, look. The idea was like, okay, let's just go to it. You think, man, maybe we'd hit an 886, but the divergence was already clear, and so it's like the divergence is playing out, but it's not. Doesn't mean that it's not just gonna make a lower high and dump again, or create an inverse head and shoulders or something. I mean, like, look, down here is a 1618 fib extension. It's also an 88% retrace from this low to the high. thought this might be the best value area, but you're beginning to recover. But this recovery could just be a scrub recovery. And again, we make a lower high and then we dump again. And these are the areas where it might be real prudent, might make sense to take a long because of the value. There could be a lot of value down here. I mean, you talk about a 161 with 886, that is some serious confluence. We just never quite got there. We were off by like, you know, a few bucks, man. So yeah, it's looking good. The divergence is playing out as it should. There's a gap fill on iRobot. At $54, you'll probably fill that. I mean, you'd think at this point where we are, look how close we are to it, to this gap fill. Right, 54 bucks, man. But I see that, and you could definitely reverse from there. And again, I think the best value area would be down here, though we may never get there. Okay, iRobot. Thank you, Adrienne. We cool? What the? What's up, MCG? Good evening. Chat, wake up. Wake up, man. If I can't get the jukebox to wake you up, what will? Besides a Bitcoin pump. I can't make that happen, dude, as a streamer. Just can't. So what I was talking about, though, I said I'd go back to it at some point, is the next idea is I just, you know, we're working on many things, but I want to just get more immersive with my, you know how I can open up my back door for the spaceship? You know, we've already cleared out all the Christmas decorations. It's bad luck to have Christmas decorations up after the 25th, so it's all done now, but really got to work on what my ship's going to look like in the back. And I really want to have different rooms for the ship. Like, you know, where I carbon freeze all the S coins, because we're going to look for them to freeze them. There are bounties on all their heads for being scrubs. But I don't know, man. I also want like a nice hangar where I'm in, like I have a bigger spaceship, and that's where I hang out. That's where I can park this spaceship. A lot of things, a lot of ideas. Thanks for the 312 tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, the like button, the bell, sub. Thanks, Brooklyners. What's up? I try not to look anymore at my concurrent viewership because it only makes me sad. Okay, just from where we were just 6 months ago, around 4,000 concurrent viewers, 3,000. It's like a 2,000 average. So now it's just the market, the ebbs and flows of the market. But yeah, I've just tried to get away from just checking that. No, but I am a little stitious. Anyone? Bueller? Okay, man. $72.50 Bitcoin futures. I hate it, man. I love this screen, but I know it's like zero content here. Absolutely zero content unless someone tips. And again, I'm working on making it viable to be full screen and also properly analyze charts so that everyone can see. You can't see anything on the top left of your screen now, so I have to, if I want to look at a chart, I have to go here. God, this content, dude, this is killing me, man. Oh my god. I need a Death Star. No, I don't need a Death Star, dude. Why would I get a Death Star? It's too big. Too big, man. Superstar Destroyer would be a good size, though. True that, Julia. So again, man, Dragon, Breakout, I mean, you would think that we would retrace to scrub levels, but just nothing's happening. The positive memo is starting to wane a little bit. You're in neutral territory on the RSI. You're above 40, right? 45, that's neutral. So you to go up, that's like, you would think XABCD stuff too. You should get a Death Star on the charts in the background, Drew. I mean, like, if someone tips, you know, $500, a Death Star shows up. Whatever, man. Can I hear a pin drop? I can hear a pin drop from the lack of chat. But, you know, it's something that, I don't know, man. Live market analysis. It's, I guess, the way it comes with the territory. I'll never be like a Dr. Disrespect where he just has like 10,000 people watching him no matter what. And it's just like, for what? I get production quality is great, but he just shooting people in a first-person shooter. I mean, it's like, you know, you'd think like what I do with graphics and stuff now, it might be a good idea to do exclusive streams on Twitch, just like once or twice a week. Or maybe even a few times a week. I don't know, really. And I know I lose a lot of, or people wouldn't watch me from here, but I'd be able to start building like a following on Twitch of Twitch viewers instead of YouTube viewers, right? Clive, I'd love to, man. That would be really
DLGH if you get tired. Sorry for all the requests.
No, you're good.
We don't need that scum.
Thank you, dude. DLPH. We can look, man. Zaynul, thanks, dude. What was it? DPHL? What was it? Oh, either of those. DLPH. Sorry. Oh yeah, Wedge Connect. Yes, the wedge. Beautiful wedge. I mean, fantastical wedge. Also starting to paint an inverse head and shoulders somewhat too, right? So bearish though. All it is bearish. Let's go to the weekly. The weekly's got the divergence, man. Right? Bullish engulfing candle. The week of late November, last week of November. Yeah, divergence, but no breakout yet. You've hit. What have you done? All you've done so far in the past couple weeks is hit a critical resistance from December of 2018, and you bearishly engulfed last week, and now we are back testing that area's resistance when it was once support. Okay, so that's not really good. That's not what you want right now on the weekly. But if it ever did break out, you know, 100% measurement of the pattern. It's like nearly 1950. Stream for an hour on YouTube and switch to Twitch. I mean, maybe, dude. That just seems so. It's like a lot of. It's weird, you know. Because it's like no one would come over to watch from YouTube either. They'd be like, "Oh, I got my analysis. I just watched it on YouTube. Why would I ever go to Twitch?" If I do it like an exclusive 1 day or 2 day Twitch stream, then people would be more inclined to come over to get the analysis if they did care enough to watch me, right? Alright, Luta, man. This beer's pretty much kicked. Get wrecked, dude. Who was the smoke troll anyway? You were left in the dust. Thank you, Popcorn, for the like button, love button. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Okay, does that make sense? It's not really doing what you want, right? It did break out. It broke above this, and not the candle close. Never did that, but it did bearishly engulf, and now it's back testing. That's not really good. Like, come on, man. You got, dude, 1320. You got to close the week above 1320. And if you don't, well, look out next week, because this very well, I mean, unless it breaks 1320, it's going to sell off again. But at that point, you're hoping for maybe accumulation. We have not made one technical high or low of this pattern yet. In this wedge, we've not made one higher low. Like a low, a lower low, a lower low, the lowest low. And now all you can hope for is maybe if it does sell off, it comes to 1150, 1180, and makes a higher low, right? Support. And then bounces from there, maybe creates some sort of inverse head and shoulders stuff, and then breaks the upside, right? That's all you can hope for if we close the week below this support level, support resistance, all right? If you build it, they will come. The spaceship? Yeah, I mean, or, whatever. Twitch, connect, what you're saying, maybe? Oh my god, can you help me with my eyeball? Unreal.
I said I'm really sorry. My mom grounded me.
That's okay, AJ, man. Your mom's a big fan of the show. No wonder you got grounded. I mean, that's on you, dude. Thank you for the threes, though, man. Much love. That guy. Wow. He got wrecked, man. It's like, do you want to become a meme? This is how you become a meme. We've already got like 1,200 followers on Twitch. Yeah. I mean, it's just something to think about to further diversify, right? Talk about diversification, but I'm exclusive on YouTube. But I don't think the route is restream, where you stream on multiple platforms at one time. These platforms know when you're using other streaming servers. You're not using their internal servers, and so like their algos look down on that. It's not a good thing. And there's also all this delay and lag and crap. I don't like it. Yeah, I might start doing like once a week, 2 times a week Twitch exclusive streams, to where it's like most of it's all on YouTube, but like then it's just like, hey man, dude, Rimlog said he found me on Twitch, and Rimlog's like one of the coolest guys I've ever met in this community. And that's not no offense to people. Other people are really cool too. I'm just saying he's like a very cool guy, and he wasn't on YouTube. He did not find me on YouTube. He found me on Twitch, and it's like, dang, dude. How many more Rimlogs are there out there, Well, Twitch is so much better, dude. Like, they let like subs and stuff, It's a lot better, man. And the production quality that I produce will probably be more revered over there. No one really cares here. Oh, it's a streamer that has a lot of exceptional, production quality. Oh, who cares, dude? He shouldn't even be here, probably. That's like, people be like, I can't even believe he's on YouTube. People have come in here and be like, why are you even here?
Third time's the charm. See you in an alien monthly atop a rising wedge. Why won't it die
I know, because the saying comes in, James B. The market can and will stay irrational longer than we can stay solvent, man. Carvana Connect, die already. I agree, man. I think broke out, actually. It actually broke the wedge. What are you talking about at the top of the wedge? This is the weekly. Why won't it die already? It's breaking out bullishly. What's the measure move of this to the upside? Lots of upside potential. Yeah, I mean, look, dude. Once, like, I think it was like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks, I said I can't do this anymore. I can't. It was like everything keys, Texas Instruments. I was like, this market's too bullish, man. I'm done. My hedge will be gold and silver and Bitcoin right now. I shorts on this market. Good luck, dude. Good freaking luck. 100% measure move this. You're not probably. I mean, it's not out of that. We'll see. It really broke out. It's like you're looking at like a 113, man. This thing has not hit $100 yet. It's very close. So you might hit $100 and dump, man. But you just can't stop a macro this powerful. This macro is stupid right now. So trying to fight it, especially with like the fundamentals, like with the unemployment rate and the job creations and the phase 1 trade deal, dude, it's like you got to look at the fundamentals a little bit and understand what the S&P is doing. And now like Amazon's turning around, and You know, Apple's at all-time highs. It's just like, hey man, chill. Like, chill on the shorts because it's too bullish right now. YouTube expects, no, YouTube's do not, they expect a high production quality and static videos. They don't give a crap about streaming, like, at all. If they did, man, it'd be like, you know, whatever, dude. I'm not even gonna go into it. You must stay humble. What's up, Coffee and man? Hey, hey, hey. You're listening and driving. Shorts are wrecked and general. Yeah, dude. You gotta understand pivot points and like the macro and like. Xerex, that's true, man. But we're more than just crypto YouTubers. You know what I did on my Discord today? If you look at my Discord right now, go to the where it says the name of my server, and it says crypto technical analysis, implying that it's not just crypto. All right, we're just doing the crypto name, whatever. This market is Bobby Boucher's choo-choo train. Stay clear until he needs to get some high quality H2O. That's right, probes, man. Well, dude, just no one cares about a streamer on YouTube, man. That is some good tasting water. No cabo. Stocks bull for 2020. You'd think so, Kyoto Wave, based on what's just happened. Big breakout. Also, Miss Shaverman. Nope. I'm watching the Pittsburgh Eastern Michigan game tonight. No, I didn't plan on it. I was watching a little bit before the stream, watching a little bit of the Miami Louisiana Tech game where I was talking to pros about it. Miami in the second quarter had 28 yards of offense and one first down. You know, these bowl games are like the S Bowls, the S Coin Bowls. Like, it's like, oh man, it's Tron Connect versus Verge, dude. Who will suck the least? Someone's gotta win, though, right? So, no, Edwin, man, I don't think that's the case at all, dude. I think it's just, I mean, YouTube did say they effed up. But again, like, if you have accepted money from, you know, and had a virtual handshake with some sort of crypto project, and you put an affiliate link in any of your description, titles, whatever, that's, I would not be surprised at all if you got your videos taken down, dude, because, like, really, affiliate links for BitConnect and any other crypto project, it doesn't matter what it is, man. It's so scammy. Dude, yeah, I had some Christmas dinner leftovers. Oh, so good. Prime ribbed, garlic and cheese, scallop potatoes, green bean casserole, broccoli casserole, oyster dressing, man. Au jus for the prime rib. Of course. Dude, it's crazy, though. You know, in 2 days, the playoff games, right? Excited. Lots of money line was a play, Robert. Yeah, dude, Miami's such trash. I can't even believe it, man. I had a small bet early this week 0, Florida versus Miami, and like somehow Florida I think only won by 2 points. I didn't cover by like a two points. I'm just like, really, dude? How do you, like, looking at this Miami team now? It's like, how do you not cover that, right? Rimlog broke the chat. Yeah, you did, dude. Or he did. Yeah, Rimlog did, dude. Yeah, I think 8 teams would be absolutely perfect, Freddie. You know, what you would do. You have the Big Five, the Power Five. It is a certainty. The champion of each conference, right, would go 5. And then you have 3 Cinderellas. 3 wild cards. Okay, 3. It's perfect.
Bounty hunters. We don't need that scum.
What's up, Ivan? Thanks for 70. Welcome. These bowl games still would mean nothing. They would still absolutely mean nothing They mean as much as they did in 1960, 1970. I mean, like 1930. Like they're there. They're cool and all. But you look at the attendance of them. It's like look at you see it Shreveport, Louisiana. Like half the stadium was filled up. Restream chat is frozen. There you go. Yeah, ready. But that's my idea. That's what I want. 5, the big 5, no matter what. I don't care how crap they are. I don't care if they have 5 losses and they're the conference champions of the Pac-12. They go, and then they get embarrassed, or they win somehow, and then they can win the title, right? But and then then the big 3 is like you'd have like a like a Western Michigan or a South Florida, not South Florida, but like, UCF, right? One of the undefeated teams, Utah, if they have those magic years, where they've been left out in the past, they would actually play in the playoffs. I think that'd be great. Cuh, what's up, Cuh? We hanging out, man. Carvana on the weekly is stupid. Divergence kind of like getting invalidated on both oscillators. That's why, and you're not overbought, so it could just keep going if the macro keeps going. I mean, dude, just the economic data that came out earlier this month is what has kind of made everything explode, man. You gotta pay attention to that stuff. All right, here's Bitcoin on the weekly. Wow, snooze fest, big snooze fest. 5 weeks running now. How cute, man. Nice little bullish hammer bouncing off support, and it's just like nothing, like trash. Just fall asleep on the Bitcoin wheel. No, but Freddie, man, like the 6-6 Miami and this whatever 9-3 Tech would still be playing if it's the way even I said it, right? 8 teams. These 2 scrub teams will be playing right now against each other, and it would still be the Who Cares Bowl, and that's fine. I don't care, but like, I just think it would think about it, like it would just give so many more teams a chance. It would always give a conference the chance. I think there would just be so much more money in it. 8 teams, 5-3. Broke Chat Connect. Remember that time when chat was just moving so fast we couldn't even read it this summer?
Every day has to make its mind up.
BGA? Not the PGA, but the BGA? The Bro Golf Association. Let's go. Biga cheese! It's Biga cheese, dude. Chick-cha-biga. It's the Michael Jackson asset. Yeah, the double bottom member. I remember, man. Gap fill. Inc. Still bearish, though. The divergence was beautiful. This is when Julia, I think, brought up maybe initially. Right? I think when I did the analysis, though, on it, it didn't save. But yeah, there was all the divergence. It was a Class B sexual bullish divergence, and now you're filling a gap. The gap fill is literally right at 453. The 200-day moving average, you're clearly still below it, so still very bearish. And it's like, I think we did break out maybe if you had, but we might, it seems, if you do it like that, you might still be in the downtrend, right? Which I think makes a lot of sense. So what, man? You're in a clear downtrend. It's like critical support area. You're back above it. That's great. But look how down here, like 148. It's cheese, man. It's Biga cheese. Like no support until like $3 if you fall below this, which we did. But we double bottomed there, and so you're rallying. Maybe we run up, we fill the gap, and then we come back down to 394, or maybe 379, 380, and we get this left shoulder, double head, right shoulder action. That might be an inverse head and shoulders that could usher in a much larger move to the upside, right? On Biga, Chick-cha-biga, cheese, man. Sub S. SS Stronger. From G to K. Nice, dude. Someone write that one down. Excellent quote, Anon. What's up, Matt Sandstrom? Neo looks interesting, does it? What's so stressful? I don't know, I haven't looked at Neo in a while, man. Like, what's the point, dude? Like, I could look at Neo or I could look at Amazon. Thank God I looked at Amazon instead of Neo, dude. Wasted my time on an S-coin that follows the market, like, almost perfectly. The rest of the other altcoins. You pick in a Neo, it's like you flip a coin, or you just, like, get a bunch of S-coins and you just, like, close your eyes and you just pick them out of a bag. You're like, Ethereum Classic, or Monero, or Neo, right? They're all about the same, dude. Until something changes. Oh, I mean, hey, dude. It does look kind of interesting, I guess, because you're near an 88. You haven't hit an 88% retrace, which was down at 748. Yeah, it's great. You're going sideways. You had a bullish engulfing candle tweezer bottom. But you're doing what Bitcoin's doing, right? Where it's like, don't fall below 834. Don't do it, man. You had some MACD divergence. It's very difficult to see, like, because there's like one negative histogram. It's kind of like Bitcoin. But that's it, man. We've had no follow-through price action after the engulfing candle. It's just sideways, nothing. So, indecision. If Bitcoin dumps, Neo's going down. Neo will break 830. Like, it's almost an inevitability if Bitcoin dumps. Neo will dump too, below this critical support area. Okay. Candle high close. So you break that, you run the chance of going down to 748, which is an 88% retrace. Great. No harmonic, really, even though you think it's like XA, B, C, D. You're on C to D wave. The D wave is normally at the 886 in kind of the situation. Yeah, Drathicus, for sure, man. Wait, why are people asking about my religion? Isn't this a technical analysis show, dude? Are you just trying to open me up for people persecuting me or attacking me because of my religious beliefs? So, like, you know, you're only hurting me by asking questions like that. Like, if I was to answer your question, then all of a sudden it's like a bunch of people hate me, and then some people maybe love me more, or vice versa, right? So, not answering that. Schools usually lose money as they have to buy X amount of tickets. Just another way for nonprofit association to set up some S-Bull mixed killing. Get wreck probes, man. Okay, I'm out of beer, so I mean, I'll make it, you know, finish this beer, dude. So what do I do, man? Join the Mormon Church. LDS, I don't know what that means, LDS, but it's the Church of TA in here, man. We'll just leave it at that, right? Can't see Tigrans. Oh, that's okay. We're good. That was like a while ago. Whew. Wow, dude, HG, really? Looking at someone else cover Amazon when I did a static effing video on it, and it's like, we also said this was a trade opportunity. Wow, what is that? What chart is that, dude? That's like, Noel, here's your real Amazon. Here are your stars. Only one rim lock, I agree. What happened? The chat did freeze. I thought y'all were being ironic and just kidding. It really did break. I've never seen this. Not with the Streamlabs. Wow, it really did freeze. Refreshing the catch right now, or trying anyway. Wow, man. The Tom Cruise, man. There it is. But gosh dang, man, I hate when it's blue font. You can't even read it if it's up there. There we go. Nice. 18 likes from 200. And thanks for the 300 people watching. Thanks, Brugalinos. It was frozen. I just didn't see it. Well, I mean, I just thought you were kidding. Because at the same time, we were talking about Twitch and using, third-party applications for chat and stuff. So, oh, my restream of chat is frozen 10 minutes ago. Get wrecked, probes. Sorry, man. Nah, it was me. It's not a bug I'm used to. It never happens, really. Okay, well, I've been live now for 2 hours and 2 minutes, chat, so I don't know. Yeah, Amazon, I create a static video, but I know you don't care if I created one or not, because no one cares about stocks, man, and no one even cares about crypto anymore. Jeez, dude, I won't even get 1,000 views on my... This is like, again, it's like, what's even the point? No one watches it. All right, dude. Well, thanks so much for the likes, the love, the support, the contributions. Really, really appreciate it. Been a good stream. Thanks for coming out. I'll just be back later. So until next time, respect the tea. Hey.